the tackle made at the 47-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. McCaffrey. And some room to maneuver. The 20. 10.
If you were me,
touchdown, Giants.
On the carry.
Christian McCaffrey. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Giants are going to take out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Giants 7, Falcons nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken from about the 12.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And Waller taking it in over the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. Now the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
For Atlanta.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
1st down, New York.
This time, Jackson will throw it. He's going to look deep down the field. And this one is incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. When with a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary now on 3rd.
3rd down.
This is McCaffrey. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. And Ingram hauls it in. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
Giants.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the Falcons' 42-yard line.
Now a run with McCaffrey. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
On the handoff.
Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
7-7, our score after 1.
The score tied 7-7.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Here's Jackson. Finds his tight end Ingram. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
Giants.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
Complete.
It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 7-yard line. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Christian McCaffrey with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
And the man out of the backfield gets in for the score. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
5 brings up 2nd and 5.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now this time he'll look to throw. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And that's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
On play action, they'll throw. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's third.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. So the kick from here on a field goal would have been right at 53 yards. But instead, offense out there. They're going for it. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. It's a gain of 4 that time. And the Falcons are going to get a first. They'll look to throw again. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And nothing but daylight ahead. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And they'll try the option on first and goal. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a second and goal. From the gun, it's Jackson. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Evan Ingram was the intended target, but now it's third and goal. From the gun, Jackson. And that will be caught. But out of bounds. Out of bounds, ruled incomplete here. The third down battle won by Atlanta's defense. Solid coverage. The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on fourth and goal. Throwing is Jackson. And my goodness, this is incomplete. They had the play call on fourth and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he fires one incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. And now it's third down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. After the interception, here's Jackson. That is incomplete.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts. As the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And it's a fumble, and the Falcons grab it.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That's caught by Waller out left side. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He'll look downfield for Waller. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Back to throw again. And that will be taken in by Ridley for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley in the final seconds of the first half. And now the Falcons are within a 2-point conversion of tying up the game. Now Sean Payton going to say, let's go for 2 on this one. They'll throw now on the final play. Goes right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. So the late touchdown ties things as they will kick this one away in the final stages of the half. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Kickoff for Atlanta.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Now a play fake here on first down. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline.
Jackson.
And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A big pickup of 38. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
That's an excellent stop right there here in this tie game. They're doing their best to hold the fort and at least force a field goal attempt.
Again, McCaffrey, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Ball resting on the 9 on 3rd and goal. McCaffrey, and he will take it on in. A giant touchdown.
New York.
A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Giants have broken our tie as they take the lead. The Giant offense going to stay on the field as they'll go for 2. Jackson from the shotgun. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good.
They attempted to fade to the back corner of the end zone unsuccessfully. And I've been with you long enough, Brandon. I know that's not one of your favorite calls.
Well, it's interesting. Before working with you, I always viewed that as you're just taking away space and you're trapping yourself in a corner. But you actually have told me they're trying to create space where space is not.
Yeah, it's really a weird deal, isn't it? But you've got to just move that defender inside to create that separation and that little bit of space where there just isn't much.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there, perfectly executed crossing route. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. 3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
26-yard line.
They'll set up to throw, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. It's caught. Jones. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Dante Jackson picks it. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. 5. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown.
They were in a very good position to come up with a go-ahead score there. A really good drive. Instead, it turns into 6 points going the other way. Psychologically, I don't know what that's going to do to them.
So as a coach, you're looking at that as at least a 10-point swing, right? Because they had the field goal in their back pocket.
They certainly did, and you're right. At least a 10-point swing, maybe more.
And there's a quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick 6, and then the 2-point conversion good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense. Everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team. A little bit disjointed.
At their own 32-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on fourth. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. Facing a fourth down, they come away with 18 yards and the first down conversion.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They become a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are, and I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
2nd and 6 at the 45-yard line.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And my goodness, another interception. Dante Jackson picks it. 20, 10, 5, and he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit.
He's got a man complete. And he will finally be taken down. But how about that play? It's a big one on the final act of the third quarter. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
This one caught by Ridley. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Out of the gun now on third down. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Falcons get a bit closer. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for two. And they don't get it. They tried for the two-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
The score, Giants 36, Falcons 21. Younghoe Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This taken in about 4 yards deep.
Come on, bring it, baby, bring it!
Deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. And all of a sudden, we've got a ball game. They get the touchdown, then on the kickoff, they get another touchdown, picking up the fumble, taking it to the house in just a matter of moments. Two quick scores, Charles.
Every time we start to neglect special teams and big plays that occur off of them, something like this happens that reminds us we've got ourselves a game now.
As this gets them back within a touchdown and a two-point conversion.
Makes the score, Giants 36, Falcons 28. For Atlanta.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Now this will make it into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. Well, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them, it's still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
And that is incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it up to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. From the gun, Jackson. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. On fourth down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, fourth down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
3-yard line.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver, and it's third down. This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game, but a critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had, because those haven't been great, but they get a few more quality ones like that. That can finish things off for them.
This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early, and then you kind of relax a little bit, to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And the return will stop right around the 25. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
He's got the first down inside the 10, and he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. 25 yards to the house. And now they're going to fake it. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling, but inside is thinking 24-hour rule, because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. On first down, they look downfield, and it's complete. Touchdown, Falcons! Darren Waller, 62 yards. And the Falcons cut into that lead. Well, they knew a lot of steps had to happen here. They got step one, the touchdown. You need a 2-point conversion here, don't you?
You do, and as you continue to look ahead, if you're able to get that, somehow get the ball back and get another score, they have to go for 2 again. That's why teams are practicing multiple 2-point plays.
We saw that Super Bowl 51 with the Patriots getting a pair of big 2-point conversions. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. On the return, Jabril Peppers. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Lions take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see him take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Second down.
Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They go play action now. Jackson looking deep downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Jabril Peppers, the former 1st-round pick, there on the coverage. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. This time Jackson will throw it. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. 1st and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. So they got the touchdown they needed to cut this to 2, but now they've got to get back to the huddle. No celebration time. Got to figure out what they're going to do on the 2-point conversion.
Everything was riding on that 2-point conversion, and they got it.
They got it. They now have the momentum. Time really dwindling in this game. Now their big deal is make sure they get a good kickoff and don't give up anything big on the defensive end.
Now a hit and a loose football. And the Falcons grab it. And in for the score. Are you kidding me? They return it, and they take the lead.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown late in the game. They look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. they can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. One possession game, time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Now Jackson. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. Throwing now is Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
The receivers have been running them ragged. Maybe some tired legs in the secondary, maybe some tired legs in the pass rush. Didn't get to it, and look what resulted. A touchdown, tie game. They've got a chance to take the lead.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we may very well be headed to overtime. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. This is taken just shy of the 10. And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So they hit the ball before it went 10 yards. I know that's tough, but you got to stay disciplined.
It is difficult because you're so eager to go get the football. It's that type of a play, but you're exactly right. Have to have the discipline to let it go 10 first.
McCaffrey on the counter. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, New York.
Here's McCaffrey, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. First throw in overtime now for Jackson. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That can give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward, and it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off, but in this situation...
Oh, and it's intercepted! Read it well, and it's picked. A costly mistake here at OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it, but they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part 1 is done, now part 2. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. They'll look to throw. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one goes for 24 yards. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Flushed out right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this will be caught. Touchdown. They needed overtime to get it done, but put this one in the win column. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for Atlanta, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll have another home date next week as the Carolina Panthers come to town. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next.